Education is elevation. You finna get ready to watch what I experienced in Virginia at the Atlantic Comic Con. Shout out to Deron Flood, the mastermind behind this Black Comic Book Conference, man. A lot of folks usually lost in the sauce of stigmatizing Black folks and thinking that we always gotta be ghetto, or we always gotta be hood, or we always gotta be an athlete, or we always gotta be X, Y, and Z. And it always leaves these alternative Black people either being completely race or leave them on the margins, man. Shout out to all of the nerdy, weird, alternative, hippie Black people that was into anime and comic books and all of the nine. I had a hell of an experience, man. Of course, when I was there, I ate some oysters too. Damn right I did. First time ever being in a Black comic book conference. We gonna see how it go. I've already seen a bunch of niggas with costumes on, you know what I'm saying? I feel like being somebody that was in college debate, being around, blurs, Black nerds. It's something that I've always found very, intriguing. Cause you get to see that like Black nerds coming out, different type of textures, you got your hood niggas, folks that come from the hood that stumbled into anime or stumbled into, you know what I'm saying? And they found their spot, they loved it. You got your middle class niggas that was told they wasn't Black enough for this, that, and the other. They in this spot. You got your rich, you know what I'm saying? Your Jack and Jill, your debutante balls, your Martha B, they in here too. We got trans people here, we got queer people here. I say like the Black nerd space is usually one of the more inclusive spaces when it comes to just, Black shit. Lack of better terms, man.
Going down.
We gonna see though, man. I gotta go outside and show y'all. Deron, the person that created the Atlantic Comic Con, that told me they got like some anime cars outside. We gonna see. I went and grabbed my camera purposely so y'all can get my real reaction of seeing what's going down and what's going on. See what we got right here. Hello. About to spend some money in here, ain't I? God damn it. About to be spending some money. I'm about to be spending some bread, dog. I ain't even come to spend some money like that. The man with the plan right here, you know what I'm saying? The man that made this possible. Hey, what's your character, bro? What's your character? I ain't familiar.
K-Ron from Fire Force.
Y'all see him? Yeah, man. Shout out to him right here, I just love seeing Black people being able to express ourselves in ways, you know what I'm saying, that they don't want to see us do, Shout out to you, man. Doing good, man. Doing good. How you doing? Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. You made these?
Yeah, all this is mine. This is my newest book.
Is it, my question, is it friendly for a 7, 8-year-old? Not really.
Maybe high school.
Okay. That's real. My boys, right here, man. We in this mug, man. Beautiful scene right here. Beautiful scene right here. Y'all see him, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hey, so what character are you, bro?
I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific.
Goddamn, this is terrific, man. And if you don't know, go look it up. Snap. Atlantic Comic Con is going down. Hey, excuse me, sir. What are you dressed at? I'm not familiar.
Warhammer.
Warhammer. And my man's right here. What we got right here?
40K.
40K. Okay, shout out to y'all, man. The winning side. Man, we finna get it in real fast. I'm talking all this. I can tell Buddy's so candid. He probably finna try to get down on me. But listen though. I'm versatile, man. You get a rhythm on these old, you know what I mean? What's your name, bro?
They call me Carter, bro. What's up? How y'all doing?
From Virginia?
Nah, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm a military
Omaha,
guy.
Nebraska. Oh man, let me see. I'm talking shit. No, I'm talking shit too. He's about to lose though. man.
You make that video,
Oh my God. Hey, and at this moment, I f***ed around and found the game started yet, but I done seen what he just did. Buddy just beat the brakes off my ass in Street Fighters. I stood no chance at all, actually. You know, when talking shit goes wrong, you know, I like talking shit, but sometimes you don't get to back it up. And you get your ass handed to you. Buddy didn't let me hit the ground. The first round, I didn't touch him. Perfect. Challenge, y'all. I'm into shit like this. It's definitely like, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely about to get this mug. I can play on airplane mode without being on the internet. I'm kind of sucked right now. Hell yeah, I'm rocking with it. You know, nice little therapeutic. I can't do that though. Hey, I'm now with the creator. Bro, a video game developer, you know what I'm saying? I just got done playing that right there. He made it himself. Now he got this app. It's already out and available, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna check it out. What's it called?
Panic Gym Odyssey.
Right there. Panic Gym Odyssey, you know what I'm saying? You got the QR code right there. Check it out. I'm gonna let y'all know what I think about it. If I don't like it, bro, I'm gonna tell you I don't like that shit.
That's fine.
Though I was on a panel about Afro-pessimism with two different amazing scholars, I did not get any footage. I thought I clicked record on the video. Shit didn't go through it all, man. But if you was at the Atlanta Comic-Con and you in the comment section, please send me some of that footage. Me and my audience would both love to view it. Watch this, though. Watch this right here. Watch this. What's up? What's up? I just wanted to say there is a tough conversation for us to have about class within this pathology for how this space relates to the rest of the Black community and how this community relates to the greater, both ways, you know what I'm saying? I think that there was a lot of times we weaponized the idea of being some white shit and thinking about also how there was times for flattening Black culture and being like, yeah, but everybody don't talk like that. Everybody don't dress like that. And to me, it was like the white perspective, the white gaze, G-A-Z-E, being placed on both demographics. From the hood, see the cosplay, middle class, the cosplay, whether you middle class or not, as somebody describing the middle class as being like, yeah, y'all exclusionary. And the other one being like, yeah, because I'm not into this and I want to do, Naruto or talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon cards, you invalidate my Blackness. So for me, it's thinking about how on both sides, there's a lot of negotiating of validation and acceptance within to the larger context of Black people. And I think that that's something, a tough conversation for us to have. Because I would say in my language, lost in the sauce of anti-Blackness is coming from the way that we don't get to have this space being much more inclusive. Because what I do know is that this space is going to be the most intersectional in terms of gender, in terms of sexual expressions, transgender expressions. And I think that is something to be talked about. But I still think that there's a lot of people that feel alienated from this space because of how class is structured very silently. But it's still a thing here. Because to this point, if you ain't sleep for them or you're trying to survive, it's like, yeah, I also like boondocks. I want to dress up like Pimp Named Slickback. But that money gonna have to go over here. You see what I'm saying? And it's not, and it's not to say that everybody in this space has this financial luxury or financial privilege, but it's acknowledging that for some people to get access into this space, that perception of being like, yeah, but nigga, I ain't got it. My mama love me too, but my mama don't have it. I can't dress up as that. You see what I'm saying? And just thinking about what this means for validation and acceptance. Because when you were speaking, I'm thinking the whole time, thinking like, in high school, we all just trying to be accepted and we doing it at the expense of ourselves, and we all want to be validated. So if I can be validated by the rest of the kids and be like, and it's just like that. That's the sad part. But now I'm thinking that as adults, one more time, as adults, how does this dictate our relationships? And how does this dictate even how we do a lot of policy, how we do a lot of political organizing? This tension that also comes out in organizing. I think a lot of what you was talking about in terms of acceptance and in terms of validation deals with W.E. Du Bois's concept of double consciousness. And I feel like a lot of the alternative kids growing up in school had that double consciousness where you're not really looking for validation from other kids because you got it at home. And because you're very mindful of how you see yourself, it's like, I'm not going to allow for these individuals to prescribe
all these weird pathological things about alternative narrative on me, because I know that ain't me. I think that when we start to get into space, and especially in this Trump era, I think it's really about us being able to see ourselves for ourselves, while also being mindful of how the world sees us. Because we know it's a danger to not being mindful of how the world sees us, because you can get fucked up real easy, you know. So for me, just thinking about how W.E. Du Bois was able to curate spaces like this, he didn't write poems, but you know, he thought that the poets of the Harlem Renaissance needed space. I think Deante has done a smooth, good job of curating a space to make sure Black creatives can be creative, even though he's not necessarily engaging in metaphorically creating the poems. You know what I'm saying? Catch my drift. Another thing that came to mind when you was talking was, I had a panel yesterday about Afrofuturism and the need to have a radical imagination in order to imagine Black people being in a position that we ain't in right now. And I think that y'all in this space, before I even knew what the hell Afrofuturism was, I think that people in this space was already enacting it in real life by being able to break through the limitations of what Blackness can be, what Blackness has been, and what Blackness is, to radically imagine something different. That's why y'all got cosplay and the costumes on, because we know that the stigma around being Black and not being static, not being flat, it come with consequences. And I think having a radical imagination requires a certain bravery where you ain't tripping on the consequences, which takes me back to the double consciousness thing. So I'm really glad that I came. I'm really glad that I came. It's my first time ever being at a comic book conference ever, especially around niggas, Black people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Funny story, then I passed the mic. On the way back, I love eating oysters. Yesterday I went and grabbed some oysters. On the way back here, it was this white Italian dude from Brooklyn that wanted to tell me that he had a wife that was a Moroccan Israeli, but he was talking about how, very interesting. I was like,
like a few different type of oysters, or?
All I know is people go there to eat oysters. That's all I know. I've never eaten in there. I've taken people there. They seem to like it. You know.
okay. In this conversation, he was tiptoeing around it. Yeah, so what's going on here? You with the comic book conference? I'm like, yeah, with Black people. I'm meeting, you know what I'm saying? I'm a country, you know what I mean? I'm a Texan, you feel me? So we're gonna call it what they responded. See, I didn't want to say anything. I had to call my wife and said, I've never seen this many brothers dressed up like this when I was in. Listen, I feel like that made him feel comfortable enough for him to just be like, I ain't never seen any Black folks like this. And it's bringing it back to full circle. I think that us as Black people got to be mindful of how we talk to each other. Because when we talk to each other in particular ways, white folks hear it and they will copy and paste it and really try to use it and fold it back into their shit. We seen it during the election. We see it right now. We see it right now where you have Marjorie Greene Taylor able to correlate. Private school, are you really for your people? They got that shit. Yes, said that she's faking like she's for the people when she went to private school and she went to all these great better off schools. So how can she really be for the people? She's lying. That sound like some shit I read on Twitter or read on Facebook or read on. So my point in thinking about it is, when we don't have a double consciousness and we don't think about how we are being perceived in public spaces, it allows for us to give fuel to white people to weaponize it against us, to eliminate us and make it where now the division is within them. Another example is the Tory Lanez Meg Thee Stallion was a big fissure within the community. It broke up a lot of, unity. It broke up a lot of conflict, broke up a lot of relationships in many different ways. When I see Republicans on Twitter sharing that they're trying to get Tory Lanez out of jail, I know they watching. So just being mindful of how we talk to each other and how we move forward, especially when we're thinking about all the pathologies of the greater writ large Black culture as well as the alternative culture. Be mindful of how we handle each other, because somebody collecting data, and it's like, ooh, this is what they say. Write that down. Then they go to their little think tank, and then, they flip it. And next thing you know, Kamala Harris not being Black is a part of their campaign hitting. It's like, hey, we got better shit for you to say against her than saying that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to be mindful of. Bell Hooks and Patricia Hill Collins taught me a lot about intersectionality and a lot about gender identity. I was able to learn a lot too about history from Manning Marable. These are the people that I feel like gave me a good foundation of understanding the Black experience, understanding, Blackness from a standpoint where I don't need to have a master's degree, I need to have an understanding of how to read dissertations or a PhD. These people right here is like, shit, okay, I get it. The book that changed my life though was Revolutionary Suicide by E.P. Newton. That book ignited the fire up under my ass to make me show up the way I show up right now. So that's what I recommend the show. But to her point, definitely make sure you are trying to get some balance in the author that's able to speak to the different textures of Blackness and black. So not just also cisgender people try to find some Black trans folks. It's also, you know what I'm saying? It's scholars across the spectrum of Blackness. Just making sure you're accounting for a critical thinker or a thought leader in everyone though.
Just got done doing the panel. I don't know who I like the most. At the Black Panther one out there, it's the comic book conference, man. Black nerds, cosplaying and shit.